All right, everybody, you guys ready? What's up? Yeah. It's not weird at all. I would say hi to you, but I've already met each and every one of you. You know, it's weird.
I'm sure we haven't met.
Hello. You haven't met? I've seen everybody. That's good enough. You guys look great. Give it up for yourself. Come on, give it up. Get in the mood to do this. Yeah, man. I was conceived at a Burger King parking lot because my parents wanted to have me their way. That's an American joke. Most of you guys from Australia, I guess you guys don't have a Burger King out there. And I honestly blame God for a lot of things in my life. I was born with a lazy eye, and I was born 15 pounds and a preemie. And it's messed up because it's just like I didn't even have a chance. I didn't even get a chance to be a normal baby. Do you understand how hard it was for me as a baby with a lazy eye? Do you understand the problems with that? I guarantee you, look with somebody with a lazy eye. I guarantee you. Cause think like I couldn't, dude, God did this to me, man. Because a baby, a beautiful baby, you can't even make eye contact with a baby with a lazy eye. That's one suspicious looking baby. That's a suspicious looking lazy eye. You can't even play peekaboo with a baby like that. Look like I'm having a seizure. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. I don't even know why they call it a lazy eye, because my lazy eye works way harder than the straight one, you know? Works overtime, bro. Like, for real. And it's crazy because my dating life sucked. It sucked, man. What I mean it sucked, man, when I lost my virginity to that hooker, man, it was crazy. It was real crazy because she said no the first time. Do you know how ugly you gotta be for a prostitute not to want to feed her family? Second time was a charm, you know. And I was so self-conscious when I lost my virginity, even though I was paying for it. I was so self-conscious. You know, I went bald at 19. I should have stopped believing in God and started believing in hats. You feel me? Like, and it's crazy. A lazy eye. When I lost my virginity to that hooker, man, I had to wear a hat and shades. I looked like an 80s hip hop artist. I didn't eat the pussy. I beatboxed in it. It's ridiculous, man. But that's the way life goes, man. I was dating online before I got married, and I was dating online, and I met a chick, or I saw a chick that had the same lazy eye as me. So I'm thinking, yes, she can't say no. I DM'd her, and she was like, ew. I was like, what? She's like, you're not my type. I'm like, how am I not your type? We got matching eyes. We could put our heads together and have one set of working eyes. It's like, ew, you're not my type. I said, sis, we match. What? Like, come on, swipe left. What are you talking about? It's messed up. It's all good, man. It's just messed up, man. Everybody talk about their dating and how it's hard, but you've never been 300 pounds bald with a lazy eye, have you? Shut up. It's crazy though, because like if you think about it, like a lot of people are not really familiar with a lazy eye. You know, they're not I meet people that don't even know me and they feel comfortable just coming up to me talking about, is that the same thing Forrest Whitaker got? Really? It's like, why can't you look me in your eye? That's so disrespectful. I have a lazy eye. He get mad. I had people get mad at me because I can't make eye contact. It's disrespectful. If I was Jesus, I'd send everybody to hell, you know? It's cold, man. It's like what I do to feel better about having a lazy eye is going outside looking at ugly people than me, you know? And it's crazy. I saw this chick on the bus one time, bro, and it was crazy. I saw this chick on the bus, and she looked so, you know, like when a person looks so interesting that you can't stop looking at them, you know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at her, and she's just like, what are you looking at? I said, I really don't know. I got a lazy eye. I don't know if I'm looking at you or... She's like, you calling me ugly? I said, you said it. I didn't. I looked forward, and then I had that attraction. I had to keep looking at her, and I looked at her. She's like, still ugly. I was like, it's crazy, man. That's what it is. I hate ugly people with high confidence. I do. I really do. Because it's just like, but it's mainly women. It's mainly the women. Because dudes, we take what we can get. If a chick's a 4, she's acting like a 9. Come on, sis, sit down. It's like, I don't get that. That's the one thing I don't understand. I never understood women that do that. I've never understood that. Like, if you know you ugly, oh, just because you have a vagina makes you powerful. Well, guess what? It does. I gotta shut up. That's just the way love goes. That's the way love goes. Yeah, man. But I have a rule, though. I've been married 8 years, and this is my thing. I know how to have a successful relationship. You guys do have to come up out your comfort zone when it comes to dating. If you haven't unsuccessful, what you got to do is date people that you're not used to dating, right? Doug an ugly, just that ugly dude. You know what I'm saying? Because ugly's really cute. Let me tell you why. An attractive person, you give them opportunity, they'll ghost you. An unattractive person, they'll haunt you. Ooh, where's my hug? Ooh, why didn't you text me back? Ooh, I look different outside my work clothes. No, you don't. Nobody's gonna love you more than a person you don't want texting your phone. That's the kind of love you want. I've been married to my wife 8 years, and I married a particular woman that I didn't think I'd marry. Now, I did marry her for obvious reasons. She is a big, beautiful woman, and I know what people thinking, like, she's real beautiful, and people just look like, how did you, with a lazy eye, land such an attractive woman? It's because I'm cute on the inside, and I know how to lie, But she's pro-black, and I've never dated a woman that was super pro-black. You guys know American history, right? You guys are good with American history. Okay, cool. And I've never did this because usually pro-black women is just like, all the time. It just never relax, right? It was perfect, though, because we got a picture of Black Jesus above our bed, and that's how pro-black she is. And the reason why I love it is because she's so easy to turn on. If I want her in the mood, all I got to do is show her a video of Obama getting inaugurated. That or Reagan getting shot. Either one. And if you didn't laugh at that, that's because you're racist. That nigga rap hard as shit. You must dated a black chick, haven't you? Yep, look at him. Summer 05. Dude look like Jason Statham if he was 3 inches shorter. It's confident though. Yeah, man, that's just how this shit goes. I miss being single, though. I do miss being single. I miss going to the buffets and robbing them. I miss that shit. I used to, because I didn't cook. I just go to all-you-can-eat buffets and just rob them. That's what just black people do. If you've never been to a buffet with a whole bunch of black people, I'm going to give you inside baseball. If you ever see a big black woman with big breasts, she's sticking chicken in a napkin and putting it in her breast. I'm just letting you know that. That's one thing. If you see, like my auntie, I have an auntie that I used to go to all-you-can-eat buffets with, and she would bring her purse, put it in her purse. I had a gay cousin, he put stuff in his purse too. And I would bring saran wrap and put all that stuff in. Beans, rice, chicken, watermelon. I tried ice cream. I'm an idiot. I'm a freaking idiot. So I put it in my pocket and stole it out. And but the thing about it is I hate when I leave stuff in my pockets and I forget it's in there. One time I left food in my pockets and I looked at my clothes and I saw a line of ants. And I was like, what do these ants do? The chicken! I was so mad. And one time I left chicken in my pocket and it was laundry day. I had all my clothes smelling like Popeyes. It's crazy though. One time I was unprepared when I was single and I forgot condoms. So I had to use saran wrap that I had some food in. Yeah, I had the room smelling like beans, greens, tomatoes, you name it. Tomatoes, chicken, you name it. I'm fat as hell. It's crazy. Do one last joke and I'm gonna introduce your next comedian. I'm here. Hey dog.
We have more guests.
Hey man, you know what? I'm the only person you possibly be looking for. It was probably, I wasn't funny enough, so she called the police. She's like, there's a nigga with a mic and I don't know what's happening. Yeah, man. I'm gonna do a joke just for y'all since you guys are here. I've been driving for 16 years without a license. Yeah, take me away. One time I did get pulled over by a cop, and I didn't know. Honestly, I didn't know my license was suspended this time. Cause I be driving this back streets like an ice cream truck. You feel me? Y'all don't never look there. And I was driving, and the cop pulled me over, and he was a motorcycle cop. You cannot talk to motorcycle cops. They are worse than them. They're way worse. And he pulled me over to my car, and I saw him in the rear view, and I knew something was gonna be bad. So I was like, let me try out some improv. And he walked up, and he was like, you know why I pulled you over? I said, yeah! Oh, is that a flashlight? Or you just happen to see me? Oh! He said, you can go, because homophobia saved my life. You guys ready for your next comedian, guys? Yeah. All right, guys. Introduce your next comedian. Give it up for Sarah Lawrence.
I'm quieter. Are we allowed to keep going?
Yes. Yeah, of course.
You shook your head and then also sort of. I used to have lovely, long, flowing blonde hair, and I cut it short and I dyed it brown. Shouldn't have done it. I shaved an undercut. Shouldn't have done it. Really shouldn't have done it. You Americans, though, you're so nice. You'll never tell me that it looks like shit. You're like, oh my god, girl, I love your hair. This is an amazing look for you. Yes, especially you. You would do this for sure. You'd be like, oh my god, babe, this is fierce. Yes. Hashtag blast. I yell stuff out at comedy show. And then I show my what is this thing? Show my Australian friends, and they're like, hey Sarah, why'd you cut your hair like a fucking lesbo? That's the correct response. My dad, it's so accurate, dude. My dad saw me do that joke, and he goes, why did you cut your hair off, love? You haven't jumped the fence, have you? No, Dad, I have not jumped the fence. I got really sick recently. G'day there. Hey. You the one who called the cops, are you? I got really sick. I was sick for 3 weeks. I went to the doctor after a week, and he prescribed me with nothing. He diagnosed me with nothing, and he gave me his card, and he says, if you get worse, give me a text. So a week later, I texted, I'm still sick. It's been 2 weeks. I'm still fucking sick. Number one, he did not respond. Number two, his text message thread was green. Now I'm like, this motherfucker can't afford an iPhone. Are you a real doctor? What? He just stumbled in off the street. I was so sick that I went to sleep this one night, and I was so sick that in my dream I was sick, and I went back to the same doctor, and I was like, mate, I'm still fucking sick. What's going on? He said, oh, it's strange. Are you going through a breakup at all? And I was like, actually, I am. That's weird. It's weird that you would know that. And he said, oh, did you live together? I said, yeah. He said, it all makes sense now. Sometimes the sickness is just your body's way of, acclimating and sort of getting used to living life without her. I just got back from Vegas. Bombed. I did a show. Bombed. It was not good. This is already much better. There was 100 people in the crowd. So I was leaving my friend's house at 5 in the morning, and my friend was like, "Don't worry, this guy's it's gonna be safe. This guy's got 5-star rating." I'm like, "Okay, cool." The first thing he says when I get to the car, he says, "You know what? When I got your call, I was walking into Starbucks. I was really looking forward to ordering a coffee, and then I got the call to pick you up, and I couldn't get my coffee, and I had to turn around and get you, and I just thought to myself, I could murder this girl!" Top 5 things not to say at 5 a.m. as an Uber driver when the girl's getting into your car. Then the next thing he did was he proceeded to get a candy, unwrapped it, in betwixt his fingers, and he said, "Have you been a good girl?" I was like, "Yep, oh, thank you so much." Then we drove up to an intersection, he's like, "Oh, it's weird. It's normally prostitutes on this intersection. I was like, just get me back to the Wild Wild West Hotel. That's where I was staying, $17 a night. $17 for a room at that hotel. $19 resort fee. I fell asleep to the calming sounds of the guy's TV through the wall next to me. Not a strong joke, that's a new one, that's okay. Did a bit of cocaine in Vegas, I'm still not really on the... I'm very nice even when I'm on drugs. I'm like, did you guys finish all your cocaine? Did you do all your lines before bed? No Jameson until there's no crumbs on that plate. It's also a new one. Do an old one. I met an Australian guy. I'm Australian, obviously. Very proud to be Australian, but I met this Australian guy the other day. Absolute moron. Made me very upset to be Australian. He was talking about the fires in Notre Dame. He's like, I heard a rumour that apparently the gargamels that are on top of all the buildings and structures in France actually hold some sort of special power, and it just so happened that the day they took the gargamels off the top of Notre Dame is the day that it burnt down. I was like, do you mean gargoyles? You fucking dickhead. I'm thinking about the evil wizard from the Smurfs, like it's very different. You guys moved here there's a lot of actors here, so I moved here for acting. I quit, and now I'm getting paid the big bucks to be at Maty's show. This is when I quit. They kept sending me for, I quit, I fired my manager, agent, whatever the fuck. They kept sending me for music videos. I was like, I'm in my 30s. Stop doing that. This was the last one they sent me for. It was an actual casting call. DJ Snake featuring Justin Bieber. Curvy hot models who look like they could be a computer game's idea of a perfect male fantasy. Someone's up, fucking call Sarah, she's perfect, bro. This is what they wanted me to wear. Micro mini skirts and shirts with lots of cleavage. Now, a mini skirt is already a skirt that's become mini. What is a micro mini skirt? Like, what are we covering? Just the jewels, like. So I go into the audition. I'm thinking there's a mistake, right? I'm wearing the smallest thing that I own, which is like probably this. I roll. So I roll into the audition room in my 30s. Everybody's 19 years old, like Instagram models, like they just spend their days at the gym, stripper shoes, midriff tops, fake tits. I don't know where you're getting the money from fake tits when you're 17, by the way. It doesn't make any sense to me. So, by the way, I'm in heels. I'm 19 foot taller than everybody in the room. So there's girl number 1, girl number 2, girl number 3, and this guy. By the way, that's also how tall they were. So, the chick running the casting is like, okay, I'm going to ask you 2 questions. So question number 1, are you comfortable being topless in the video? Yes. Obviously not. Okay, question number 2, can you swim? No. Obviously. What? What the fuck? What if I walked in and she's like, okay, now look into the camera and just like dance your sexiest dance that you would dance with Justin Bieber. I was like, what are we? Ooh, is this what you want? Is this how you fucking like it? Like halfway through, I was like, I'm not gonna get this. I just went to the back. I was like, whoa! I just came back from the Korean spa. So that's why I was late, man. I was in the spa. Yeah. I noticed this time. So the last time I was there, I was in a room and they have like robes, but you're like normally naked in the spa. And there was this one room and this chick was like, oh, you're not supposed to have robes in this room. And I was like, oh, okay. So I got naked. And today I noticed a sign on the door that said, please make sure you wear your robe. I was like, did I get me too? Like the spa last time? What the fuck? A lot of bushes in the spa. A lot of big bushes. It's 2019. I don't know why it's not the 70s, you know. This chick, her pubes were so long that as she got out of the spa, the view from behind, I could see them dangling down. That's how long they were. It was like an old Japanese man's beard, you know, like it was so wise, like I see my future in her pubes. Oh, Oracle. There's always Asian chicks who have the biggest bushes because I feel like they can't grow hair on the rest of their body, so it's like their prize little tuft, you know, like I told you I could do it, Mom. Don't do the voice. Never do the voice. Oh, okay. So, had a boyfriend, bit of a crazy person. One time we got into a fight, a little fight, and by the end of the fight, I was sitting in the gutter crying in downtown LA, and he was standing over me going, "You're never gonna make it." Okay, a bit sad. Okay. It's you know what? It's funny because I think it's sad because it was actually a terrible time, but because you guys are all actors, it's a sad reality for. No, we're all gonna make it. It's fine. All of us, every single one of us, we're all gonna make it. Fuck. I shouldn't have done that one. It's funny in a room full of people who are not actors. Okay, so my boyfriend and I were on very different pages sexually. I would like to have sex, maybe once or twice a week. Yeah. He would like to have sex once a month. I've had sex 9 times in 2019. Sorry guys, October is coming. I'm not. Part of the reason why I cut my hair is like, maybe this will spice things up a bit. It did not, no. Now I am stuck looking like the fucking Lego man. One time I was in our room, in my bed, I was trying to use my vibrator, but it wouldn't turn on, much like my boyfriend's sexual appetite. I walked into the room and I saw this as an opportunity and I was like, oh my god, babe. So embarrassing. My vibrator was not working. Can you fix it for me? And he fixed it and left the room. He's like, babe, I'm just trying to give you privacy. I was like, please don't leave me, I'm so alone. You never been more sad crying and masturbating to a photo of your own boyfriend on your phone while he's in the next room on the couch watching the Gilmore Girls? I googled, my boyfriend won't have sex with me. Guess what comes up? Nothing. It's a true story. I started like traveling with something metal in my pocket just so TSA would take me aside and just pat me down, some sort of human contact, One time I was like, babe, why are we not having sex? And he goes, babe, I just let you give me head last week. I lost my shit laughing. I was like, let me? Are you fucking serious? And he goes, if you keep laughing, that'll be the last time. I talked to my therapist about that. I was like, I hate when I'm in a relationship and I feel like I'm being made to take crazy pills. And then I told her that, and she's like, well, that is crazy. And I'm like, okay, good. I thought, like, it's been a long year, guys. One time he was laying on the couch watching his favorite show, and I was like, I'm gonna proposition him for a quickie. I was like, babe, you saw me before, you guys know I can dance. I was like, babe, you wanna have a quickie before I have to go? He's like, babe, get out of the way of the TV. Lorelai and Luke are just about to break up. I was like, oh. It's from like the 90s, right? Fucking Gilmore Girls. Okay, well, I never watched it. It's just for the gym. By the way, the only part, you ruined it now, but by the way, the only part of this joke that is not true is the Gilmore Girls. Every other fucking single word happened. Especially the, I just let you give me hell last week. Anyway, so he said, babe, get out of the way of the TV. Lorelai and Luke are just about to break up. And I said, oh, you think they're gonna break up? Oh. It's funny that you're concerned that Lorelai and Luke are gonna break up. Yeah, so we super broke up. Obviously, we broke up. We broke up on the advice of our therapist. She told us it was boring. We paid her $200, she told us it was boring, and we broke up. She was the worst. She told me that Melania Trump was like a good one, like a good role model. I was like, I think they're a good therapist. Okay. So he's boring. We told him that. The next day after we break up, he rolls over and he's like, babe, I had a dream about you last night. I was like, oh, what happened? He said, well, I woke up and I got in the shower and I walked the dog and then I texted him. I was like, even your dreams are boring, you know. All right, guys, I'm Sarah Lawrence. Thank you so much.
Yeah, give it to Sarah. She's hilarious, though. She's hilarious. Oh, well, fuck that. There's a rat on top of the wire. I was like, everybody was looking at it was just like, I hope she doesn't land on Sarah. And I was like, I hope it does.
Oh, that's so funny.
It would have been hilarious. She'd have been like, I'd have been like, let's say cheese, bitch. We about to be rich. Real stuff. You know, I can understand what she was talking about with the sexual appetite, but it's the opposite. Like, I hate like skinny women because of my mom. Like, that's why I cannot skin you, skinny motherfucker. Can't, because my mom treat me a certain kind of way, and I always put that was skinny girl mentality because my mom is skinny. And like, this was the kind of stuff my mom would do. Like, I didn't have any toys growing up, right? So I used to wait until she smoked cigarettes. Now I have asthma, so I'd wait till she smoked cigarettes because I didn't have any toys. She didn't bought me anything just so I can play with the secondhand smoke. I was literally beating cancer. The people that laugh got it. The rest of y'all are slow as hell. And it's crazy because my wife is a big woman, and I like big women for 3 reasons. I like how big women look naked because we look like the same person, but naked we both got butt, stretch marks, and breasts. 2, my wife can crack my back. I ain't never met a skinny woman that could do that without me having to take her to the hospital to fix hers. And most importantly, the reason why I like my big wife is because we can stand back to back and fight crime together like fat superheroes. And the sex is amazing. Anyway, you guys wouldn't understand that because you guys are what, like $1.75 soaking wet. Look at y'all, cheekbones and shit. Hate y'all. But it's crazy. I don't know why you guys hate me, but it's all good. I think it's because I'm black. I don't know. Anyway, let's see. I want to work on one thing, and I'm gonna bring the next comedian. I've been with my wife 8 years, and we got married because I needed a roommate. And I've been with my wife 8 years, and I finally fell in love with her a year ago. You know what I'm saying? You get that? All right. And the thing about being married that I hate is that I think my wife thinks I'm ugly. Not like physically like that. I feel like she thinks I'm ugly because she doesn't say it. Like, basically, she doesn't check my phone for side chicks. That's why I think she thinks I'm... Like, if you've been with somebody 8 years and they don't check your phone, you're ugly, bruh. Get it? That's what it is to ugly people. And it's messed up because I'm tired of feeling like Professor Clump. I want to feel like Buddy Love. You feel me? You guys do not know none of these references. Who knows Nutty Professor? Raise your hand if you...
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. So basically, I check her phone every single day. And I found a number in her phone, a dude named Kevin, and I was highly upset. Yeah. I was like, Kevin, that don't even sound like a nigga that can beat me up, you know? So I looked at the phone and I was like, damn, who the hell is this? Am I about to get a divorce? I was like, fuck, let me face her. I was like, who's Kevin? She's like, you looking through my phone? I said, who is Kevin? This is more important. She's like, that's my gay friend. I said, he gay or is he gay? You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. She's like, he's gay. And I was like, well, prove it. She's like, what you want to do? Call Kevin on speaker. So she calls Kevin, phone rings, Kevin answers the phone, and he says, yes, queen. I said, you can hang up the phone because I can admit when I'm wrong. All right, you guys, I'm gonna bring up your next comedian. Give it up for Mark Skepta.
Give it up for Brandon, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. How we doing today, everybody? Good. Thank you guys for being here. I want you guys to know, I don't know if you're feeling the same way. It feels good just to be at a house. Does it sort of feel like a foreign country over here? Like, you guys, this is just all yours. This feels good. I barely know anybody who lives in a house in LA. Honestly, this is probably like less than 5 people that I know that live in a house. It's like everywhere else, everybody lives in houses except for us. We all live in apartments. And whenever I see somebody who lives in a house out here, I'm like, never gonna be me. Just seems like a distant, unreachable dream. But like, when I go back home, I just see all my friends and family working like minimum wage jobs, and they all live in houses, 2-3-story houses. And all they want me to do is go, come take a house tour. Come on, take a house tour. It's a tour of their house. And they're always talking about what they want to do with their houses. Right in front of you, too. Like, that's all they have to talk about. They're like, oh, we're going to renovate the guest bedroom. It's a bedroom for people that don't even live there. They have too much room. It makes me so mad. They have front yards, backyards. You guys remember those? Patches of grass that all belong to you. If there was poop in your yard, it's because you put it there. You guys remember driveways, big patch of pavement, all belong to you. You could park there for the rest of time. I feel like every time I park, it doesn't matter where, I'm just like, It's probably not going to be here when I go home. Probably not gonna be here. Just take $300 out of my account right now. I know I got a ticket. I just know. We're just paranoid because we see stacks of parking signs that just say, never come here. Never stop driving your car. Drive it till you're dead or the world ends. We're paranoid, man. And I realize that it's easy for us to get jealous and negative and angry about our friends and compare our lives with theirs. But I realized after visiting my friends and family out of state that the best part about their lives is being indoors, because as soon as they leave their houses, they're still in Kansas. And Kansas sucks. So I hope you guys feel encouraged next time you spend $2,000 on that studio apartment. And I hope we don't feel too depressed as we all go and drive home away from this house. How many of us don't live in a house here? How many apartment dwellers are there? Guys,
What's upstart?
I'm proud of us. I'm proud of us. We can make it. We can do it. A while ago when I visited my family, they got to meet my girlfriend for the first time. And those of you that are in relationships, you know that this is like there's a lot of pressure going into this moment. You want the people that you love to love each other. It's simple. You want that to happen. And it was going great. It was going wonderful. And we dropped my girlfriend off after taking her to dinner. My parents loved her. I called my girlfriend up the next day. I go, what'd you think about my parents? I know they loved you. She said, I thought they were great too. But did you see what your dad did? I said, no, what did he do? She goes, he kissed me on the mouth. Does this ever happen to any of you? Has my dad kissed you on the mouth? You remember it? He looks like Ned Flanders from The Simpsons. He's got a mustache that's older than everybody out here. It's scary, man. I'm just like, this should never, ever happen. And I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I was like, well, sweetheart, are you sure he wasn't like going for the cheek? Accidentally got the lips? She's like, no, Mark, he knew what he was doing. It just like gives me nightmares, man, thinking that his lips have touched hers. It's disgusting. It's so wrong. And I thought, like, this should never happen. Worst case scenario, my dad's lying on the ground. He can't breathe. And I'm like, oh, does anybody here know CPR? And my girlfriend goes, I do. I'd still be like, let him die. Just let him die. It's his time. We confronted him about it. I brought it up to him, and he was so embarrassed. He's a smart dude. He's a math professor, real put together. He's not the kind of guy. He's not some like pervy uncle at a family reunion. He's a nice guy, and my whole family has made fun of him, and he'll never live it down to the point where even my mom roasts him. Last Sunday I was on the phone, and he goes, give her a hug from me and a kiss from your father. He's like, Chris, I thought she was family. And I was like, no, that's like the Olive Garden rules. Like, when you hear your family. But if he's like kissing her after first meeting her, when we get married, I'm just worried he's going to be like going in for like the welcome to the family grab. I'm freaking out about it, man. And I'm trying to be a good partner to my girlfriend. When we were first dating, I fell asleep and woke up to her smacking me. And she was like, do you know what you just did? And I was like, no, what happened? She's like, you fell asleep. You farted into the fan and went into my mouth. I was like, I didn't know I could do that. So this girl has inhaled one of my farts and kissed my father on the mouth. I asked her to marry me. She said yes. I'll tell you what, who's got the sickness? It's her. It's her, folks. That is the woman of my dreams. I don't know how she does it. One thing I always get made fun of for, and I think it makes me want to no longer go to parties, is that I don't drink. And I got no judgment against anybody who does, but whenever I say that at a party, I always get judged, and I always get interrogated. I always get treated like a little kid. I've literally had people go, why, is it like a belief thing? I'm like, no, I just believe it doesn't taste good. And then water, orange juice, and hot chocolate, because I'm a 10-year-old girl. But they can never just take my no for an answer. I had a girl say this at the most recent party I was at. She goes, well, you know, it's an acquired taste. It took me 10 years to acquire a taste for wine. 10 years? Dude, I'm not going to spend 10 years just being like, oh, maybe tomorrow. No, man. You get one chance and you're out. We don't do that with food. We're not like, oh, you know, maybe you just haven't had the right seaweed chips. No, man, they taste like dried scabs. I hate seaweed chips. Does anybody here like seaweed chips?
It's an acquired taste.
Good answer. I'll tell you what, every time you eat a seaweed chip, an emotional support dog boards an airplane. You're part of the problem. It's you people. But part of the problem. And I know this makes me a buzzkill. I know not drinking makes me a total loser. Even if this were like biblical times. Jesus' first miracle, he's at a wedding. They run out of wine. Everybody's so sad. What's he do? He takes a bunch of water, turns it into wine, saves the day. Everybody's happy. But I would have been the one guy in the back who was just like, hey, I was drinking that. You guys may have noticed I do a pretty decent woman voice. Huh? Appreciate that. It's a gift. It's a gift. It's a weapon. Although I hope if we've ever heard a woman talk like that, I'm sure none of us are friends with her, right? We're not friends with that person. I use that voice because I'm not a tough guy. I'm not a big guy. But I got these neighbors that live up above me. Apartment problems, am I right, guys? They're the worst. They break up every single day. Every single day when I go to take a nap, they decide to hate each other and try to kill each other. But none of them are good enough to kill each other yet. Crossing my fingers. I'm not man enough to go up there and knock on the door and tell them to stop myself. So all I do is I just open up my window and I go,
please stop yelling. My baby's trying to sleep.
and it works every time. They're very confused. There's no baby in our building. But it knocks them out, man. Sometimes when I want to add a little spice to it, I pretend that I'm a southern mom yelling at her children, but I'm just using DMX lyrics.
Y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here. Up in here. Y'all gonna make me go all out. Up in here. Up in here. Y'all gonna make me act a fool. Up in here. Up in here. Y'all gonna make me lose my cool. Up in here. Up in here.
And that works every time. That gets him every time. I don't like making fun of girls. Girls, I'm not making fun of you, but I want to call you out. You're doing weird things on Instagram. Like, you know what you're doing. You might be here in this room. You're posting these weird, like, half to fully naked photos of yourselves on Instagram. But that's not the problem. The problem is you're posting captions that don't even fit those pictures at all.
Right.
I see you. I see what you're doing. We all see what you're doing. You see what you're doing. First off, you got these weird poses. Weird poses. You know, you do, I don't know which one of you invented it, but stop copying each other because you're all wrong. You do this weird, like, toe up, hand on hip, tilted head. You look like a mannequin. You look like a broken mannequin. You almost look like what aliens would think human being women look like if they were trying to imitate us and like jump in our skin, Men in Black style. And you do this weird head tilt with your pictures. And it's super weird. You'll post something just like,
Tuesdays, am I right?
no, man. What do your nipples have to do with Tuesdays? Nothing, man. Or you post like a weird one up against a wall, real dramatic. Just like total butt floss going on. You'll just be like,
That face you make when you want fries.
I've never made that face when I want fries. I've never been like, yeah, I'll take a cheeseburger and
Fries.
you'll try and be like inspirational with your nudity. Are you kidding me? I've never been inspired by somebody just pushing their boobs together and being like,
Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
you quote scripture? You kidding me? I wish Christ would strengthen you to put a shirt on. It's messed up, man. But I'm just saying this. I'm saying this as an observer and an encourager to say, you just gotta stop. You're polluting the internet in the worst way. And I want you to know, I want you guys to know, I'm not just a guy who can talk like a girl, okay? I've annoyed my family and friends for a long time with a lot more voices than that. I was that like youngest brother who would watch the TV and like imitate every single thing somebody was saying. Like, picture this, I was like a 7-year-old and Men in Black was out and I imitated that creepy alien guy who like walked around just going, sugar, more. You know how freaky that would be to your family? My dad had to sit me down and just be like, Mark, I just want to know what your real voice sounds like, son. And so since then, I've still been trying to figure it out. But I love doing a bunch of weird voices. Like, I love putting weird voices into strange scenarios they'd never be in. Like, what if Ray Romano were in Star Wars as just a scared Chewbacca? Hey! 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 Oh, that's good. Or what if Nicolas Cage was the lead singer of Blink-182? Say it ain't so, I will not go. Turn the lights off, carry me home. No, 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 no.
Amazing.
Thank Thank you very much. There was like half fear, like half, I wish Cage was the singer, man. I wish he was. Any Seinfeld fans out here? Any guys like Seinfeld? I love Seinfeld. Jerry Stiller's my favorite. So this is Frank Costanza as a Kit Kat bar. You want a piece of me? You break it! Thank you. That was just for you guys. This is Al Pacino during Any Given Sunday when he's about to give his halftime speech, but he completely blanks on all his lines and just has Taylor Swift stuck in his head. Now we can either heal now as a team, or we will die as individuals. Because the player's gonna play. And the hater's gonna hate. Hate. I'm just gonna shake. Shake it off. Shake it off. Hooah! I love Pacino, man. I love that guy. And this is, I'll leave you with this. This is Robert De Niro as Darth Vader. I bet Mark's up there. You guys have been give him a brand new ladies and
Give it for Mark Self. Give it. This dude, man. And you don't smoke weed? Yeah, we smoking weed. You ever get so high you smoke weed in the shower and you gotta stop smoking weed in the shower because you burnt yourself, and the last time you started to slip and fall and you was so high you tried to grab the water to stop your fall? One time I bought an edible and I fell asleep for 2 days. That wasn't an edible, that was a roofie. You know what I'm saying? I got so high I called the police on myself. I don't want to die like this. And one time I got so high, I was watching Unsolved Mystery and I thought the killer was in the house. You feel me? You ever do that? It was just my cat. Anyway, I got high one time and I started reading the Bible. Anybody read the Bible when they high? Anybody read the Bible? I started reading the Bible. So I was already rolling the weed on the Bible, but I was already, dude, you already understand. And I was thinking like, damn, you know what's funny? Like every time you go to church, God is always asking you for money, right? Like you have any offering? You have any offering? You have any offering? Every time I'm like, damn, isn't God almighty, all powerful, and apparently he's all broke? I think God got a gambling problem. It's like, damn. And it's like, think about it. God literally saves you by drowning you in water. He really, baptism, they just drown you in water. I know a wet t-shirt contest when I see one. One time I got so high. What did I do? I fucked up. I was smoking weed. What did I do? Oh yeah, I wanted to call off a day off work. Yeah, because you know sometimes you just want to smoke weed and do nothing. You know, you just don't even want to breathe. You just want to die. You know, and I was looking for an excuse, and I was like, I got one. July 20th, 1969. You guys know what happened that day? July 20th, 1969? Exactly. We went to the moon. But I don't even think we went to the moon. I'm high, right? And I'm just like, you know what? We probably didn't go to the moon because they didn't even give us a holiday for that shit. That's crazy, right? And you want to know why? It's because nobody died on the moon. I feel like somebody would have to die on the moon. But you know, I was like, fuck that. I'm calling off. So I called off work that day. And my boss was like, why are you calling off? It's July 20th, 1969. We went to the moon. Neil Armstrong, 260,000 miles. You know what I'm talking about? He's like, oh, okay. He's like, is this something that you do? Yeah, it's part of my religion. I'm high anyway. He's just like, what you gonna do on your moon day? I was like, damn, I had to think quick. I was like, I don't know. We do have a dance, the moonwalk. We do have a food, moon pies, and I smoke moon rocks, and I roll down my window on moon people. He says, you're high. I said, yeah, you're fired. That's how I lost my job in school. It's crazy, man. Bring up your next comedian. Please give her a round of applause. Give her the energy. I need a high energy because you guys seem like you lacking. I don't know if you're drunk or some of y'all just plain retarded, but it's okay. Equal opportunity. Come on, round of applause. Come on, it's the last comedian. Round of applause. Come on. Even up for Jessica Lee, y'all.
Yeah.
What's up, Skillet?
Let me put my shit down, man. What's up, everybody?
Yeah.
But My momentum of my body might have done You gonna laugh at me for fucking ugly shit?
No, I
Came on stage and broke everything. Damn. Just like a white privilege ass bitch. See, we're all white, so we're not laughing. The one girl who might be next is laughing. I know I'm laughing on the inside.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, this Jessica Lee. I know y'all look confused. Like, bitch, you not Asian? I'm the Caucasian. I got that side. Nah, my name is Jessica Lee, and my eyes just look Asian because I'm always high. Hey, my weed smokers. Yeah, he said we was smoking weed, but I don't see none. So, you know, they said they was gonna pay me for the show in weed. So now I'm here. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to get at. I really just want to work out some stuff tonight because I've thought of so many jokes just from the few minutes I've been here, man. This is a great little crowd. Clap it up for yourselves, man. This is a dope little setup back here. Woo. I went upstairs to use the bathroom and my whole life just came crashing down when I saw how fucking nice that house is. So,
Right.
it's here. Fuck you too. I'm still living out of Rubbermaid containers from fucking college and shit. They got Buddha and organization and color coordination and shit. Levels to this shit. That is a nice house. Okay, that is a nice house. And this is what I love. I don't know if whoever lives here is gay. I just ran into a gay gentleman in the line for the bathroom, and this is what I love about. This is what I love about gay men. They are like fuck chivalry and this whole ladies first rule bullshit.
Right.
Bitch, you gotta pee. I gotta pee too. Fuck okay, I was here in line first. What you think this is? Shit. But I love it though. I love it because fuck it, be you. Cause I tell them motherfucking the same shit. I got a piss too. Shit. And clap it up for the Sarah Lawrence, was that her name before? The Australian chick?
Yeah.
She was great, man.
She
I
was.
loved her. She was good.
Funny too.
I felt like she was the Aussie Jennifer Lawrence, you know what I mean? Yes. But why is it that everyone else can do great American accents and Americans butcher our own fucking language? Like, she did a perfect white girl accent. She was like, oh my gosh. Just like, fucking yeah. She's like a horse skeleton and shit. She was fucking perfect and then went right back into the Aussie. We know, like, are you from London? Are you? Yeah. Top of the morning to ya. Cheerio. That's it. And we fucking butcher that one too. So I don't know what it is about Americans, man. We're just dumb. Every other country knows like 3 or 4 languages, like out the fucking poop. They're just like, I don't even know what I'm saying right now, people. This is never even. I just promised myself I was gonna do some new material tonight, so I'm just doing it off the top of the dome. Let's talk about the first time I did shrooms. Right.
Yeah, yo!
Fuck
Got
it.
some?
Let's do it. Who got them? What at? Look, I was 14, okay? Let's talk about my life. I'm originally from Jersey. I know, it's not my fault. I was 14 years old and my friend at school had some and they were like, it's $35 for an eighth. Now, 14 years old, do you know how many weeks of chores I had to fucking, my grandma was giving me like 25 cents to pull her whole like backyard of weeds out. So I was saving this $35 forever. So I get home and it's the night of the Halloween dance. I'm like, how do I eat the shrooms? I don't even like mushrooms. These things are all hard and gross looking. How am I gonna disguise the taste of them? So I decided to make myself a peanut butter and banana sandwich and sprinkle an entire eighth of shrooms.
What?
Because 14-year-old Jess was thug life, and I was just like, fuck it, we doing a whole eighth my first time. Right, ate the sandwich. That shit was so nasty. I vomited it up, but I was so broke. I was like, bitch, you are eating this throw up right now. And I ate my own throw up that night to continue my high. That's how dedicated to drugism I am. I hope that you all understand my struggle. I threw up, mind you, I'm 14 years old in my bedroom. My grandma's knocking on my door. Jesse, I gotta take you to the dance, sweetheart. Where are you? I'll be right there, grandma. I legit puked in my mouth. A little bit came out in the sink, scooped it up, put that bitch right back down. I'm talking dedication, people. I'm a fucking druggie, all right? So I get fucked up, and my grandma takes me to the dance, and that shit kicks in as I'm in the car with her. I put my shades on, and I just sink down in the seat. Just, okay, grandma. Yeah, okay. She says, all right, I'll be back in 3 hours, sweetheart. Within 10 minutes of getting to the school dance, every mask has morphed into the person's face, and they're like actually running up to me as the fucking monsters and shit. I'm tripping balls now, and I'm so thirsty, and I see my friend, mind you, 14 years old, freshman in high school, okay? See my friend, and I'm like, girl, I'm so thirsty, can I have some of your water? She said, yeah. You know when you're parched and you see some water and you go to chug it. Only it was warm vodka. Because that's what 14-year-olds are doing at Halloween, bitch. Who the fuck has water in their pocket? What? So now I've just chugged warm vodka on top of my vomit from my $35 shrimp sandwich. And I'm tripping balls at this fucking point now, right? I run into this, is a real life story. I run into the bathroom, and there's all these chicks in the bathroom fixing their makeup. And for some reason, I just had Bozo the Clown makeup on. I didn't actually have any makeup on my face, but when I looked at myself in that mirror, I was a full-fledged fucking clown. And I was so mad at those bitches for not telling me that I had clown makeup on my face. I was like, you whores didn't tell me I had clown makeup on. The look of fright that just came upon them as this crazy freshman bitch with nothing on her face is just scrubbing the skin off my face, trying to get the clown makeup. I don't want to look like a stupid clown. These bitches are like, what the fuck? Right? Oh man. So then I'm like, fuck, I gotta get out of here. I look like Bozo the Clown. I gotta fucking go. Right? I get outside and I'm like, fuck this place. I'm out. As I'm leaving, my 87-year-old history teacher was like, once you leave, you can't get back in. I was like, fuck you, Grandpa. I fucking broke his hip. I ran out the fucking room. Right? So now I'm outside 10 minutes later from my grandma dropping me off, mind you. Grandma, you have to come get me. She's like, I just took you. Please just come get me, Grandma. Please, I just need your help right now. So I call my little brother. I said, Grandma's coming to get me. You need to drive in the front seat with her because I cannot talk to this woman. Please come to pick me up. So now I'm sitting outside the school and I bum a cigarette off someone because I was 14. I was fucking ghetto. Come on, cigarettes, shrooms, vodka. We does this. I was having sex, by the way, too. Hey. That's why my life is so successful right now. My Rubbermaid containers. I just want you all to settle in on that fact right there. So I'm smoking this cigarette and I'm looking at the smoke from the cigarette and it's looking like fucking cartoon smoke. And as my grandma and my brother pull up, I puke my fucking brains out everywhere on my grandma's car. Ooh. And I tell them, the Halloween candy was poison, Grandma. That white woman is so gullible. She didn't want to believe that Jessie was going down the tubes, but Jessie was going down the tubes. She was just like, okay, sweetheart, let me get you home and get you in bed. That whole night, I laid on my bed thinking there was a man in the fucking corner trying to attack me. It was a shadow of whatever the fuck was on my wall. And I laid in that bed for hours just staring at that shadow, so petrified. Moral of the story is, if you have any shrooms, I will eat them and regurgitate them like a bird and then feed them to you again. Yeah, that's where I was going with that one. So clap it up for shrooms. I didn't really know where the moral of that story was. Yeah. Let's talk about why I'm so crazy. Let's talk about my mom. So my mom was a drug dealer back in the day, right?
Oh shit.
Yeah, but she wanted to like cut the middleman out and just like sell the crack on her own. So she was cooking that shit up at home, right? But here's the thing. She was cooking it up on all the pots and the pans in the fucking house and all of our spoons. So every morning I'd wake up to eat my cereal and all the fucking spoons were burnt. And I'd say, Mommy, why are all the spoons always burnt? And she said, Jessie, sweetheart, I burnt the soup. I burnt the soup. Okay? Now fucking 7 years of my life I'm hearing Mommy's burning the soup. And I'm like, Mommy, how come y'all don't never save no soup for Jessie? Yeah, you know what I mean? As a little girl, you're imagining that your parents are up late having magical, mysterious soup parties and shit. Everybody's dressed all fancy. They got their pinkies up. They're all fucking scooping soup and like pouring it into each other's mouth. Don't nobody save no soup for Jessica. Nobody asked Jessie if she wants no soup, right? So now I'm staying up late trying to watch motherfuckers having soup parties. They all huddled over the stove. I'm thinking it's like a cauldron. They're like stirring up the soup. They was cooking crack, bitch. They was stirring the soup up, all right? But here's the thing. I would wake up the next morning and mommy was still feeding little Jessie on them motherfucking crack spoons. So now I'm going to school eating Cracky Puffs every morning.
Cracky Puffs.
Okay?
Cracky Puffs.
My crack dads get the motherfucking school talking about, y'all don't got the real cereal. I got the real cereal at the house. Y'all got the fake shit. You got the Illuminati shit. I got the real shit at the crib. Come to the crib. I'll give you some Cracky Puffs. So now Division of Youth and Family Services is called, right? And they show up and take the fucking kids out the home. But Jessie runs away from Division of Youth and Family Services and goes to the first supermarket she can find. And I clear out the whole motherfucking soup aisle. I'm talking cup of noodles, ramen, Progresso, Campbell's. Now I have a straight up addiction to fucking soup, and I don't know why, right? Every time I go to the cash register with all this soup, they like, boop, 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 boop. You really like soup, huh? Boop, boop. What's all this soup? I'm like, bitch, if you don't just ring up the motherfucking soup, I got problems. You don't understand. Like I said, I don't know where these jokes are going, people. I'm just telling you, like, real shit about my life. I don't know. You're like, I don't know whether to laugh or cry for her. I'm not sure. That's every day for me. This is what I do. Let's talk about how my birthday was on Sunday, and I just turned 31. Woo! 31! How hilarious is it that, like, turning 30, I was legit having a midlife crisis, and I was like, I have no man, I have no kids, I have no job, I have no life. And then turning 31, I'm like, I have no man, I have no kids, I have no job, I have no life.
Hey.
Straight up, like, whole different level to this shit. Whole different fucking level. And then, so I was probably in the most toxic relationship I've ever been in my life this year. It lasted about 6. This is the 7th month. I've been trying to leave this motherfucker. He just keep coming back like a motherfucking leech, like a roach. Can't get rid of him. So he showed up. I had a comedy show for my birthday on Sunday. And I said to myself, you know, this year, Jessica, you're grown and you're going to act like an adult and you're going to be a lady. And no matter what happens, you're going to keep your composure. And I hosted my show and I'm in a dress and heels, hair all did, looking all good. This motherfucker shows up to my show. I went from cool, calm, collected to fucking Jersey wild, crazy, ratchet bitch that's gonna shake the shit out of you in 2.5 seconds. I'm talking about, I was like, I will destroy you! I turned into Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. Get over here! Like, straight up, I just went fucking wild. Like, I was gonna beat the shit out of this fucking NFL player looking dude. Look, when I say NFL, I mean National Felons League. That's really my style. That's how I get down. Yeah. Took me 2 trial hearings to realize it was National Felons League, but you know, my ass is stigmatized by the bleachers like Hercules. Yes, baby, yes. Oh, y'all ain't never been stigmatized before, just me? That's just stigmatization. When they whip it out and it's just like, oh, it's just me. Okay, I see how we doing. All right, well, you know what? I'm Jessica Lee Comedy. I really appreciate you having me out here tonight. I'm gonna get the fuck off the stage. Thanks for listening to
Give up for Jessica Lee. I thought I was the only person with mom issues, man. I really did. I swear to God, because like I remember when I was a kid, man, I used to wake up and have to blow into her breathalyzer and start her car. And it was messed up because she never took me to school after I did it. It was just like, don't talk to strangers, bitch. I don't want to walk. I know, like what happened? Like it's just me and you, dog. It's just me and you. My mama really did shit like that. She was an alcoholic. Like my dad's a crackhead. He'll give me $20 on my birthday. Then 10 minutes he'll come back and ask for it back. But I don't have it back because my mom took it to buy Hennessy. That's fucked up. Yeah, you had the same issue. This shit's crazy, bro. Like, this is my life, man. I remember I was alive during the riots, 1996. I was, no, 1992 or 96. The earthquake was 96 or 97, but the riots were 92. I was 6 years old, and I remember the riots because my uncle brought home a big screen television, but he didn't bring it. He actually stole it, and then he had to carry it in, and my mom was like, "Why'd you bring that TV in here? We don't have any electricity." So my uncle had to carry it back out. He took it to a pawn shop, sold it, and then gave my mom half the money to pay her electricity bill. Now, as a fat kid, I was super happy because I can use the iron again to fix grilled cheese sandwiches. Thank you guys. It's been a comedy show. You guys have been a great crowd. Thank you guys. Man, you are lit. Hey, I'm trying to get, I just hit up my Mushroom Connect. I'm about to get lit. Yeah, I'm sure. Let me see if he got 20. Damn, he said yeah, he said he's gonna be around tomorrow, not tonight. Fuck. See, he did tomorrow. Fuck, bruh. And he got it in pill form too. Yeah, it's better. It's better. I took 3 of them and it's perfect. Right there. No, you just take 3. Because if you eat mushrooms, you don't know how much the dose is. Are you gonna be okay? I'm back. I didn't